Listen, never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Getting on baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
Another episode of Pitch and Moan. I am your host, Courtney Finnicum, and I am back with one of my favorites, 5-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove Award winner, and now new title, Special Advisor to the Orioles General Manager Mike Elias. Adam Jones, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Always good to see you. Always good to talk baseball. You know, it's like we never skip a beat.
Never.
You like the high socks, and I know you see me wearing with the bananas, so I know you was happy for that.
And listen, we're going to talk about your bananas experience because, I have been one of the people that have been a little critical of the Savannah Bananas. Mm-hmm. So I am curious about your experience there, and we'll get to that. But you're already at the park because you have this new role with the Orioles, which is amazing. First of all, congrats.
Yes.
There's a lot to congratulate you on with the Orioles, and we'll also get to that as well.
My new role with the Orioles is...
You got a big weekend coming up, but yes, explain your new role with the Orioles and how this all came about.
So with the Orioles, it's been great. Obviously, my love for them, my representation for them over the years has, always been first class, but also the city. I was just like, look, it's still in my eyes, my franchise. I'm still part of the face of that team. I know they got some really good looking young men. You got Gunnar, Adley, and Jackson. But, I just wanted to give back, really. I love baseball. We always talk about baseball, you know what I mean? And I just love the game. And for me, this is the fit for me if I want to be back in the game. Again, I have ties to the Padres. I have ties to the Diamondbacks. I could reach out to other teams. But there's nothing would be more fulfilling than winning in Baltimore. And when the city is rocking, the Orioles are doing good, there's no better feeling. And you know what? I just want to be a part giving back to that and giving back to the community.
So you mentioned, being a part of this organization that you really were raised in, right? I mean, this is how Adam Jones came about in baseball was because of the Orioles.
100%.
You were traded from Seattle to Baltimore, kind of a shocking trade when it happened because you were known as an up-and-coming prospect. We love our prospects. When this role came about, what stood out to you? Because we talked about this back and forth, like what role you want to play in now that you are a retired baseball player. How did this come about and what made you make that decision? Obviously, Baltimore is very near and dear to you, but how did you decide on this particular role?
Well, me and the general manager, Mike Elias, just had dialogue over. It took about a year. I know things, sometimes you're like, oh, well, things should happen tomorrow, but they don't. We had to build our relationship. I didn't know him. When he came over, I've obviously heard of him, heard the work he did in Houston, and then just slowly started to build our relationship. I retired, and I, obviously got to go back to Baltimore sometime. So it's like, look, let's start a relationship and let's see what we can do. And it seemed like a perfect fit. We both, I like to pick his brain, like to pick my brain. Obviously, we have different perspectives on this game, and that's, I think, the beautiful part of it. Being his advisor, I'm thinking player-wise, he's thinking organizational-wise, and there's that gray area that we both can agree upon, you know what I mean? So it's really just trying to, on my side, learn that side, learn the front office role, and I think on his side to really get to understand the players in a little bit different light. I'm a little bit more old school player. You got to come up and talk to me. I know it's a little different nowadays with communication. It's just obviously that's different in all life. All kids, everybody's on a device, but I'm still old school. You got to come up and talk to me, and that's what I did. That's what I did to him, and it's been good so far. I got a 1-year deal with it, so let's see if they appreciate my advice this year, and see if I can come back.
Well, you mentioned the advice this year. Now, we all saw how the Orioles were sellers. They were sellers at the deadline. So that was really your first experience with the trade deadline, right? And this new role, you've been through that as a player, obviously. So Orioles sold a lot, right? I mean, Ramon Laureano, Ryan O'Hearn. I mean, these are names that, Orioles fans loved, right?
Yeah,
so
of course.
What was the thought process and how involved were you in this decision making now?
I'm not involved in the pushing the buttons. I'm sitting there. This is my first year seeing how these things match up. And I was asking questions about even how my trade lined up. And he was like, those kind of trades take a couple months, couple weeks to transpire. But what it really was I looked at it as the same way as the Tigers last year. You shed some payroll, and then you get back a lot of prospects and a lot of guys who, again, are going to get a chance to play, who are going to be hungry. Look what the Tigers did. They ran into the playoffs last year, and then went back and got Flaherty back, went back and spent some more money and retooled their team. But they got a lot of good young prospects and some good major league ready players. And I think that's exactly what we did. Obviously, you want to keep the cornerstones like Mullins and Liriano and O'Hearn, Kittredge. I mean, we did a lot of moves. But I think that we retooled ourselves and are going to be even better going forward. But again, it stinks when you trade away fan favorites. That's always a tough thing. But I think that the fans understand the nature of the business, and hopefully they can reap the benefits of the new players that we landed. So it's always difficult, you know what I mean? But it's a smart business move. You just have to make the right business move, and again, hopefully it pays off for us.
So you mentioned the fans, you mentioned the Orioles fans, how passionate they are when the team is winning. Obviously, unfortunately, this has been a little bit of a lost year for Baltimore, right? A lot of changes, a lot of unexpected losing. How quickly do you see with the prospects coming up? Orioles are known for their prospects now, right?
Right.
How soon do you see this turning around potentially for Baltimore?
Oh, I think we're gonna be right back into it next year. I mean, I look at our model like the Tigers. We have a very good core. They have a very good core, but they got a lot of young guys who are hungry and ready to play in the big leagues. And obviously, we've had injuries. That, again, that's me. That's part of it. You can't. Everybody has injuries. You just have to. You got to deal with those. But I think next year we're really going to be really good and going to be mission focused because. Again, it's a lost year. No one was happy about it. Baseball world is not happy about it. Baseball world was putting the Orioles to be very high this year. And don't worry, we're going to be right back there. It's I wouldn't say it's a lost year. I think it's a wake up year. And that's how I'll put it. It's a wake up year. And again, next year, guys are going to be older, more mature, and a little bit hungrier.
I like that. It's a wake up year. It's a wake up year. Yes, they're not rebuilding. It's a wake up year. I've been through rebuilds.
We definitely are not rebuilding. No, I've been through rebuilds too, and they suck. We already had our rebuild. We had our rebuild a couple years ago. We got the talent here. Again, you just have to do the hard work. You got to put in the time. You got to get in some good players, and that's just the nature of the game.
So we talked a little bit about your impact with the Baltimore Orioles as a player. This weekend, August 9th, you are getting inducted into the Orioles Hall of Fame. Congratulations, by the way. That is tremendous.
Thank you.
I mean, how did that feel? Again, a city that raised you, an organization that raised you really as a player. How did that feel getting that honor?
When I got the call, I mean, it was awesome. I'd never really appreciated things until it's happened. Obviously, I'm a Hall of Fame inductee, but once the night comes, I'll be in the Hall of Fame. And I think that's when it'll hit me. That's when I'll really understand it. But just again, I didn't sign up for any of these things. I didn't put an application for this. All I want to do is play ball. That's all I want to do. Play baseball, get dirty, take out a second baseman, run into a few catchers, dive for balls in the outfield, hit some home runs and doubles, and go home with a dirty uniform and a sore body. That's all I wanted to do. And I'm being rewarded for it because I was able to do it consistently and for a long time. So I will definitely cherish it. I'm going to appreciate the Orioles fans that come out, and I'm going to tell them thank you because, again, the fans are the ones that push you every single day. I have kids telling me in center field, "Come on, Mr. Jones, you can do it." Kids when I'm running down the line getting ready for the game, "Come on, Mr. Jones, you can do it. Let's go today, Adam." Like those are the moments that you never forget. So I came out here every day. I'm just a boy living his dream. And again, I'm going to be rewarded for it. And we definitely going to celebrate with the city.
And of course, that's my next question for you. How is Adam Jones going to celebrate with the city of Baltimore? Because I know you like to have a good time. So what's on the deck for this weekend celebration wise?
We're gonna have a real big party. I got a lot of friends and family flying in from all over the country and world. I got some friends from Spain coming in also. Mm-hmm. So to show them, the career that I had here. Because again, over in Spain, I'm just a regular guy. That's why I like it over there so much.
Yeah.
But no, it's going to be a celebration. People work their tails off and they go and celebrate it. So hey, I worked my tail off, and we're going to celebrate it. And it's obviously I get the plaque and all that kind of stuff in the green coat. But it's the fans that pushed me, and my teammates that pushed me, the managers that pushed me coaches, friends, all the people that pushed me for this. So we're gonna celebrate together.
As it should be, as it
Yeah.
should be. Now, again, your role as advisor to the GM, you're in Philadelphia as we speak. The
Mhm.
Orioles have a series in Philly starting today, Monday. What you're already at the ballpark.
Oh yeah.
It's 1 p.m. Eastern time, right? Give or take. What exactly are you doing at the ballpark right now that is part of your role? Because this is early. This is early,
Well,
right?
yeah,
I
but
mean,
I wear multiple hats. The beautiful part of it is that the coaches don't mind when I come down and put on the uniform. They love when I interact with the players, and obviously, being there for spring training for 2 weeks, the last couple of years, just the interactions with the players, and again, I'm just a extra resource for these guys. They want to get some work in. They want to take them to the side to talk. They want to, do whatever they want to do. I'm just here for them, and obviously, I'm gonna be here early, and there's gonna be some early work that goes on in the field, and I'm just be out there and be a resource for these guys, and every once in a while it feels good to put on a uniform, smell the grass, play a little catch, hit a fungo here and there, and just again be one of the guys. So I'm fortunate enough to where again when the game starts, I'll put on my polo and I can go either sit behind home plate or sit in the suite or in the press box. But when before that, I wanna get my hands dirty with the guys.
are you wearing your socks currently high right now? Do you have the baseball pants on with the socks high? What's the uniform looking like?
No, there's gonna be some long pants. It's gonna be long pants. I always wear long pants in batting practice. I never
Yes.
wear high socks in batting practice. I just wear them for the game. So at game time, I'll make it's hot out here, so I'll pull my pants up to my knees to show to show.
Well, listen, speaking of that, you recently, just a few days ago, you recently played with the Savannah Bananas. So, as we all know, Savannah Bananas is on their Major League World Tour right now with all the stadiums, football stadiums, baseball stadiums. I mean, they're selling out left and right, major,
Yep,
major venues. And you got to play with them in Baltimore.
it was amazing.
So,
It
you
was
really, listen, we talk baseball all the time, you and I. You're an old school guy. I'm an
yep.
old school person as well. I was always critical of the Bananas, right? I'm like, it's a gimmick, it's this and that. But you really enjoyed yourself,
It was amazing. I mean, look at the Harlem Globetrotters. No,
right?
versus the general. Everybody loves Harlem Globetrotters. They're the same thing. What they did is they have a niche. They are entertaining. I like again. I've watched some of the games, but being there in person, you get to see everything. The level of engagement. Jesse, who's the creator of it, his engagement with fans is insane. There was a video the other night. They were trying to kick people out, and he was like, "Don't kick anybody out. I'm signing everybody's autograph to the last one." They're selling out football stadium. They're getting 80,000 people. They're selling out baseball stadium. They sold out Philly, Camden both nights. Their product is good. Now, if you go in there and expecting a hit and run, expecting to move the guy over, you're expecting to turn a double play. They'll do that, but double play is going to look a little bit different. What they have is a great product, and I was fortunate to share with my family, and my friends that were there, and it was a show. I would like to go do it as a fan and just sit in the stands because they do a good job, and if they're near you, I suggest you go. But again, if you're looking for the 3-run home run, and that's not gonna happen. What it is they're gonna turn up the whole entire game. They're gonna make it fun. You got the guy on the sticks. And my thumb's still blown up. The guy was all on my knuckles. He caught my ball. The shortstop caught my ball backhanded, like behind his back. Like, come on, man. Like in a major league game, of course you're not gonna do that. You got to catch it with 2 hands, okay? If you don't, somebody's gonna yell at you. So it's a completely different product, completely different engine, and it is amazing. I highly recommend people go to it.
Well, they will be here in Chicago in 2 weeks, and I have heard that they're playing at Sox Park, already at full capacity. You gotta put your name in six
Bottom,
months in advance. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
like, I can't get a comp to save my life if I wanted to, even if I
It,
wanted to go.
it's really hard. Honestly, it's really hard to get comps there because
I'd
they don't
imagine.
want that. Like even when they told me about a month ago, they're like, we don't want you to tweet about it. We don't want you to do anything. They don't need us. They don't need anybody. They ask us. Do you want to participate with us? We don't want you. We don't need you to post anything. We got all of it. All we need you to do is bring the energy. That's all they ask you to do is when you come because they got choreography dances. So they sent me the video before, like, look, at this people want to do to introduce you. Let's do that. Like you got to open. It's really opening Pandora's box of sports and entertainment. And it's again, we both love WWE, both love that. So it's they brought that a little bit to it. Next time, somebody might get power bombed at second base.
Yeah.
These are all things that you never know. They might put a bed there. Somebody get an RKO if they're trying to steal a bag or something. So you never know what could happen.
That's actually a very good point. If they start incorporating wrestling moves, I might be more inclined
You
to
see,
join.
that might get you. The wrestling might get you.
It might get me. It might get me. You also had Buck Showalter with you in Baltimore. That stunned me. When I saw Buck Showalter at a Savannah Bananas game, I'm like, okay, maybe I do have to start paying a little more attention to this
See,
now.
if Buck can get there before you, and again, Buck is just like, hey, they don't want my old self out here. I'm like, Buck, they want your old self out there.
Yes.
Trust me, they love you. Like he still has that, and keeps himself private away. And I'm like, Buck, you're beloved, man. Sorry about it.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry. You don't have to like it, but you love, especially in Baltimore. You brought back accountability. You brought back winning to this organization. So they're going to show you some love. And you know what? He went out there, first base coach for half an inning, had a good time. He's still with his, like wrap it up. Let's get this game going on. But it was really good to see him get his flowers. And
I agree.
I can't wait to have him. He's going to introduce me to my Hall of Fame. That's a breaking news. He's going to introduce me, and it's going to be good. He deserves that.
That actually warmed my heart hearing that Buck Showalter is going to introduce you for your Hall of Fame. That's exactly how it should be. It's exactly how it should be. Is Nick Markakis joining you?
I'm not sure. I mean, his schedule is wild. I'm sure his cameras on all his properties looking for his elk and moose and bear and goats and wild sheep that you can't ever find. I'm sure his cameras are going off. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know who's coming in. All I know is that I'm gonna be there with my kids, my wife, and gonna have a good time.
And it's beyond well deserved, Adam. As always, you are a pleasure to talk baseball with. Congratulations on the well-deserved, much-deserved Hall of Fame. Baltimore Orioles, August 9th. You're getting your induction. You deserve it. Always nice to talk with you, and go Orioles.
Always nice to talk to you. Go Wolves. And hey, you never know what can happen late in this year, man. There's still 50-something games.
Yep.
You never know. That's why you play, right?
That's why you play, and that's why baseball isn't boring, right?
That's why baseball isn't boring.
You said it. Thanks again, Adam. I appreciate you.
Anytime.
Have a good one.